Hello, everyone, and good evening. Welcome to Reality Hour. I am your host, Adam Samuel, back after a bit of a break, but I'm here ready to talk spooky season of Dancing with the Stars, even though it's already passed. But
And with that, Adam has disappeared. So I am taking over the show. Hi, I'm Grace. And this week it was Halloween Nightmares. So the couples got to dance to something inspired by the things that give them nightmares.
I'm back. They took me away really quick.
Yeah, Matthew, this hot mess of an episode. I kind of came to a realization this week, and it might have just been happening all season. And Matt, feel free to back me up. This season sucks. This season kind of sucks. And I don't know if I'm alone in that. I mean, Adam, does it suck more than Big Brother 22?
Well, I got cut off for a second. I was doing my whole intro, and I got pulled away into the ether. But I'm here with Grace. How you doing today, Grace?
I'm doing okay. Had a lot going on. I'm also kind of sick, and I'm sick of Carrie Ann underscoring my girl Chandler. And I think the show is sick of it too, based on the fact that they posted a TikTok to their official account with Chandler and Brandon, whether or not they should have gotten a perfect score this week, which they should have. But that's a different story. And if Carrie Ann gets fired, please, please let her replacement be Mark Ballas or Sharna, because it's probably going to be a woman, but whatevs.
Well, anyway, we are here for spooky season, spooky episode. I guess Grace already did not enjoy the episode. By the way, in the pre-show, I was dressed up. Grace was not. I just took off my costume because Grace was not feeling it.
I'm not a party pooper. I'm not a Halloween person.
Did you get trick or treaters? Do you like? Are you one of those houses that like gets the full size candy bars, or do you like do one of those like apples where everyone probably hates you?
Matthew, we'll never discuss season 27 again. We already did last week because Milo was there. But no, so we typically get like the fun size candies, and we usually give 2 out because like most of the kids in my neighborhood have grown up. I was one of the kids, and I'm 30 years old now. So
Do you
like,
get dressed up? What was your
not really.
costume this year?
Not really. Just not my jam. But anyway, Halloween nightmares. The things that give these couples nightmares. And we had kind of a shocking elimination, according to many. And Eric's not even here, but he lost his entire team in one night.
To be fair, he only had one contestant, so
Yes, but I mean, yeah, we lost Jen and Sasha, and the internet is not really fuming, but they're not fuming
disappointed.
because
They're not mad. They're just disappointed.
yeah, they're not upset that Jen got eliminated because let's be real, she was never going to win. They're upset because Dwight is still here.
Dwight's on my team, so I can't really complain there. I am gonna kind of contradict your point about this being a bad season. I think this is a pretty good season. I'm enjoying it so far. I mean, I'm kind of really rooting for Joey, and it's going pretty well. I think he's gonna win. So yeah,
He might now, especially if he inherits Jen's votes.
and I think
So
he will, which power to him. I think he's gonna win. I think Steven's probably gonna be the runner up. Dwight
no.
might be the third placer.
Oh no. Chandler's going to be second. Well, Chandler and Joey are going to be top 2 for sure. This we already know. The other 2 in the finale, it should be Steven and Danny. Will it be? I don't know. I mean, it's not it's not going to be Dwight, but Ilona has a very popular following on social media, and the fact that she was dead last this week by a long shot and she survived, I think speaks volumes on that. And speaking of which, on with the show, because Ilona was first and she did not get any 9s or 10s like everybody else did.
Nah, she's going home next. Her next, then Danny.
Then Dwight.
No,
No,
her.
then Dwight.
Is Danny? Does he have a lot of steam? What's kind of his deal?
Danny has picked up a lot of steam, and Ilona and Dwight are clearly the two weakest dancers left.
I don't know. What are if you were kind of like to predict the future? What do you predict is gonna the results of this season? Just not what you want, but what you actually think is gonna happen.
I don't even know, because it's Dancing with the Stars is one of those shows where if I go right, they go left.
Come on, look into the tea leaves. It's spooky season ish.
Okay, so I mean, the top two are going to be Joey and Chandler. I want to see Chandler win, but Brandon's never made the finale, so we don't know what kind of freestyles he can put together. Jen has been there 3 times, but although she only won once, and the athlete season barely counts. Plus, even then, her freestyle with Adam Rippon also sucked. Neve should have won, but he didn't because his freestyle was bad. And JoJo didn't win because, I don't know, you're still trying to figure that one out. But I'm not pulling the gay card. I'm not doing it.
All right. Well, let's get into this week.
All right.
So it was indeed spooky night. Let's see who it was. Double. We had both our regular performances and we had a dance off, which I really didn't like. I'd rather do 2 dances. I don't. What are your thoughts on these like dance offs? Are they something you enjoy?
Dance offs last season. This was the round where Barry Williams beat Jason Mraz, and this one was okay with it. None of that happened this time around. I would rather see. The thing with the dance offs is they're just kind of hard to watch because you have a split screen, and like it's kind of like if I'm watching one, I like don't even pay attention to the other one, so it's just kind of hard to judge. But I mean, we don't get paid to judge anyway, so maybe we shouldn't.
Yeah.
All right,
anyway, we'll get to it.
Dances.
Let's kick off with Ilona and Alan.
Psycho Killer.
What was this a reference to?
Her nightmare was Psycho Killers.
Because I was getting like Walking Dead vibes kind of from this. Like she had the baseball bat like from the one villain. No?
I've never seen The Walking Dead, so I'm not my area.
No, don't start. It's not a good show.
A lot of people I know love it.
It was good, and then it just dramatic. There are too many problems to list, but regardless.
But yeah, Ilona. This wasn't great. It wasn't terrible. If dancing were the only thing that mattered in this competition, she would have gone home this week. But she didn't. She's still here, and I am not going to discount her. I mean, I don't think she deserves to win, but she has Adam, do not sleep on her. She has a really big following on social media. People love her. And I can see her not winning, but I can definitely see her kicking either Steven or Danny out of the Final Four.
When Allison Hannigan was on this season, did she make the finale?
Yes, but only because it was a finale of 5. She got 5th. So really, she didn't make the Final Four. But yeah.
I was thinking like maybe she'd squeak in. I still disagree with you. I don't think Alona's here for much longer. I think she's running on fumes. I think if not this week, there's no episode this week, not next round, and the week after. I think she's I think she's next.
I think Dwight's next, but anyway. And that is actually a weird way to transition because Dwight was the next dancer.
Ring around the rosies.
Our annual District 78 cover. This brings me to a point. Is Daniela just going to get a contemporary every Halloween night at this point? Because, like, Well, okay, Nelly was her first season, but Iman got a contemporary. Jason Mraz got a contemporary on Halloween night. The season between that, she didn't make it that far. So this is the third time, and this is her 5th season. This is the third contemporary she's had on Halloween night.
Halloween night seems like a pretty good time to have one, though. It's
yeah, but like, and I know like Whitney is known for her Halloween night contemporaries, Frankie Muniz, Milo Manheim. But yes, Matthew, your comment is like hitting in the nail on the head. This was their best dance so far, I will say that. But it's a contemporary, it's hard to screw up. I didn't really feel like he danced as much as he should have. It was more Daniela than Dwight. But the crowd and the judges acted like this was the Iman moment. Again, it was not the Iman moment again. Not even close. And I wanted him gone this week. I'm not surprised that he survived, but I want him gone next.
I don't see it. I just don't see it. I think he's gonna be far here. I think he's gonna be around.
He shouldn't be.
All right. Well, Danny and Whitney up next. Poison.
That girl is poison. And he went all Bindi Irwin this week and got a giant snake.
With Matthew here. Danny should be going on next.
He was talking about Dwight.
I know. I was.
But yes, his nightmare was snakes. So they got a giant snake like Bindi Irwin and wrapped.
I hear that. I don't know about you, but like this was real to me. Snakes are scary.
I mean, whatever. Anyway, so Danny, ever since the dedication week, which we skipped, Danny has been a front runner and he looked really strong. The lifts were great. He's using his athleticism to a full advantage, which, I mean, kudos to Whitney for that. And I'm kind of okay with that, but I thought this was a good dance. I still cannot see him winning. I think he'll make the finale unless Ilona dethrones him. If Ilona gets that 4th spot, it's either Danny or Steven that's getting kicked out.
I'm sorry, he's just so boring. Come on. Like, Joey is so much more like charismatic and, cool and talented.
We'll get to that when we do the dance-offs.
Like, he's the only one I'm like kind of a little nervous about. I'm like, why is he still here? Get him out of here. Come on.
Yeah, Matthew, I'm just ignoring Carrie Ann at this point. I don't know what the hell she was drinking this week, but yeah.
Let's talk about
Danny. Yeah. Although Danny's biggest asset is, I believe, and I could be wrong about this, but I believe of the pros remaining, Whitney is the one that has been in the finale the most. She's only won once. Officially. Alfonso.
Oh.
I mean, okay, Milo absolutely should have won. Kel should have won. Wayne Brady should have won. I had my Milo Manheim tantrum last week. I'm not saving it for this. I'm not doing it again.
Let's just move on to Jen.
Eric didn't realize who Milo came in second to.
Who was it again? Oh, right. Who was 3rd place? Was that Luna?
Luna.
Yeah.
All right. And then Jen was next. So we're not going to discuss her because she got eliminated. But I have wanted a dance to vampire for like 2 years now on Halloween night.
It was the wrong vampire song.
What?
The wrong vampire song.
What's the right vampire song?
The Cranberries?
That's Zombie.
Oh, well, that's awkward.
And we got that last season too with Jason Mraz, my dude.
Oh God, your face. Anyway.
All right, on to Joey and his fear of ventriloquist dolls.
Performance of the night.
I mean, the dance was great. The character was great. Carrie Ann actually did call out a few unsteady lifts on their part, which, I mean, she's doing her job, but then she gave it a 10 anyway. So, like, I don't know if she was just drunk on Monday night or Tuesday night. I don't even know what night that she was.
Started it with the puppets mouth. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was cool, but like being afraid of ventriloquist dolls, like that just seems so silly.
Yeah, they're better things to be afraid of, like confusing zombie and vampire. You know. Yeah, he should win. I want him to win, and I think he will win.
I do too, if for no other reason, like especially with Jen gone, the Bachelor vote's not being split anymore.
Yeah,
And
it's force to be reckoned
all
with.
of the gay men who watch this show and they vote for the hottest one, Joey's probably the hottest of the guys left.
Yeah, I think he's, like I said, gonna win. Talented dude.
He is, but I don't want it to happen.
All right, be nice. I mean, you've won four years in a row. No, I won last year.
I've won 5 times, but no, Dancing with the Stars, I won last season.
All right, I blocked
You
that
won
number.
with Charlie the year
Right?
before, but that was your only Dancing with the Stars win so far.
All right. Well, next up, Stephen and Riley.
And I ran so. All right. But this was the first week that he discussed his vision issues and why he's afraid of the dark because of all that depth perception. So I apologize for calling him a wuss last week on that part. I thought the dance was really great. I mean, way to take being in last place the week before and shoving it. Because I really enjoyed this dance, and I think Steven is going to be back in contender status. He needs to be.
I don't see him winning though. He's
I
like
don't
fallen
either.
from
But like
grace.
he and Alona both have a lot of love online. Even like the second now, Steven was the first cast member announced. People were already declaring him the one to beat before anybody else even danced. That hasn't really happened much lately, but people do love him, and he deserves to be in the finale more than Alona and Dwight do. But I don't see him winning.
I don't see him winning either, but I
I
think
think
he's
third
like
place at best. He and Danny are fighting for third.
potentially even shock boot.
I hope not.
But yeah,
and and the best dance of the night, Chandler and Brandon doing the Pretty Little Liars theme song, and people. And I know I'm gonna like get a few points on my millennial license for this. I've never seen Pretty Little Liars.
Is that the one with Blake Lively?
That's gossip. That's gossip. I don't even know. But
Come on, I rely on you for this stuff. I thought you would know. Who is in Pretty Little Liars?
How I have a millennial license at this point, but now there is a new Pretty Little Liars on Disney Plus, and that Chandler is in.
For a second, Adam, you just called Grace Eric.
I just called Grace Eric.
Yes, you did.
Hi, Eric.
Hi, Eric.
All right. So back to Chandler. This was the best choreography I've seen Brandon do, I think, ever. The dance was great. The makeup was really cool. This is, of course, Halloween night is the week that the hair and makeup team just outdo themselves. Right, Adam?
Yep.
But yeah, Chandler, she was great. They were together. Carrie Ann gave them a 9, so she needs to be fired immediately. And that is my thoughts. Adam, talk about Chandler before I let Eric give his eulogy on Jen.
Was she still bottom 3 this week?
They don't really say a bottom 3, but she was one of the last ones declared safe. But like Alona and Dwight were not in that mix.
Yeah, I'm going to interrupt and say that they were very clear that this is not necessarily a bottom 3.
They say it every week.
So why do we even talk about a bottom 3? Because it's just, these are the last 3 people standing. One of them is the lowest, and the other 2, who knows? So
exactly. But also, I mean,
work with what we have, Eric.
Well, Chandler was
BS then.
Yeah, I mean, well, Chandler was immune from the dance-offs, but she was not immune from elimination. And she was immune because she was number 1 last week. And she was tied for number 1 again this week with Joey because she didn't have to do the dance-off and Joey won his. I so badly want her to win. This is the best season that Brandon's ever had. And I'm super happy about it.
And on that note, welcoming Eric.
Hi.
Welcoming Eric,
Um,
who I believe should be dressed in all black with like
I'm gray. I'm close enough.
Today we mourn in fitting of Halloween. We have we mourn the end of Eric's draft team. Solid run. Do you have any words to say in eulogy here, Eric?
I'm good. I'll just say that last week on the show, I said that I picked the wrong Bachelor contestant, and I was 100% right about that. So,
Where did Joey come from? No one thought like he was going to do so well.
Joey's been solid all season.
I think he's going to win, guys.
I think he is too, actually.
I'm very afraid of that, and I do think that like a lot of Jen's voters are going to go to Joey because of the whole Bachelor Nation thing.
Did he have a contemporary yet?
But anyway, what I really wanted to pop in to say was we could talk about this show where there are no stakes. But if you haven't voted yet in the real election, the one that matters, please do so.
Don't write Taylor Swift in. Be serious. What? I've seen way too many people on social media writing in Taylor Swift because they don't want to vote for either of these two people. At that point, like, you're just throwing your vote away. And when you don't vote, you get Brexit, you get Bobby Bones, you get a whole bunch of other things that I can't think of right now because I'm sick. So, yes, if I voted already, I voted by mail, but just don't be an idiot.
Please don't. Anyway, on that note, I'm going to drop off because 2 minutes was exactly as much as I wanted to devote to this episode because that's representative of how little I care about
one final question, Eric. Who's your predicted top two?
I mean, it's pretty freaking obvious it's going to be Chandler and Joey, right?
And but Chandler's going to win, right?
I think Joey's going to win. I just do. I think based on the demographics of the show, I think that Joey is the clear favorite. Sorry, Grace, but
see, you say that, but the last
I'm going to say that, and I'm going to think I am going to say that Chandler probably should win.
She should,
but Joey's got to. Sorry,
but if you look at the last two winners were in the Gen Z category demographic, so it's clear that the Bachelor Nation has always been strong, but the demographic with the last two winners has definitely dropped in age. So I don't think it's impossible that Chandler wins.
All right. Well, on that note, let's talk dance off.
Dance off. So Chandler is immune from this round because she was number one last week.
By the way,
it was all Halloween standards, which, I mean, you got to work with what you're given. But everyone else was paired off and given a dance style and a song. Oh
boy.
I'm not even going to respond to that. But anyway, so we have, and it's actually Adam versus everyone. So the first up was Alona versus Dwight, the battle of the weakest members of our two teams, doing Cha-Cha to Ghostbusters.
What a lame song choice for a day. Like, come on. The song's played out.
But also, I mean, Alona could have won this dance-off and it wouldn't have mattered. She was still going to be dead last. And overall, Dwight was better, so I wasn't really that upset that Dwight ended up winning. But yeah.
I think Alona's going next week.
Something strange in your neighborhood indeed. I didn't really write too many notes on any of these. And then next was Jen versus Steven. So it's Eric versus Adam doing a salsa to Jump in the Line, better known as Shake, 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 Senora. Or in the term of the Dancing with the Stars universe, the song that Steve Wozniak attempted to do the worm to when he was on the show.
How did he do? I don't even remember.
He got voted off pretty early, but that score, he got a 10 out of 30, which is the second lowest score ever on the show, behind the 8 out of 30 that Master P got on his Paso.
Oh, God.
But yeah, like Riley kind of wanted to go trick heavy, which was clearly just an effort to take the attention off of Jen. I probably would have given Steven the slight edge on this one, but I did like them both, so I wasn't really that upset that Jen won.
Jen won and went home.
Yeah, same with Barry Williams, except Jen winning didn't piss me off as much as Barry winning did.
Oh God.
It's not right, and it's not okay.
Danny versus Jenna with probably
With Joey. Battle of the two best guys on our teams.
Yes. Time warp.
Well, Danny's the only guy on my team, so by proxy. But they did the time warp.
Again.
And again. Let's do it.
Have you ever been to like one of those midnight showings, Grace?
I saw Rocky Horror once, and I really did not like it. The movie theater at the student center at my college shows it every year, but I just couldn't get into it. But anyway, this was a case of Danny being more polished and athletic and Joey being more exciting. And overall, you kind of have to be more exciting if you're going to win in a dance-off.
I was just thinking, like, that's what you're comparing, polish for, like, screw polish. Just like, who are you looking at?
Exactly.
That's what you really...
I mean, just ask Barry Williams. You don't even have to be good. You can just be ridiculous and just take all the focus off.
Yeah, as long as...
They were both good, though. But Joey was more entertaining, and I think that's why he ended up winning this.
Well, who's up next? What do we got next? Or is that...
Well, that's it. But the elimination, it was Jen and Sasha. I mean, Dwight and Alona weren't even in the last three couples standing. It was Chandler, Jen, and I think Steven. So I was actually kind of nervous. I was like, is Chandler really going to go home? I don't know. But yeah, Jen went home. It's the closest thing we've seen to a surprise all season because honestly, anyone besides Dwight or Alona would have been surprising.
Well,
that's how she wrote.
What's in the horizon? What's up next?
All right. Well, as we said, Tuesday night, there is no Dancing with the Stars because of election coverage. So please vote unless you're voting for Donald Trump, in which case just don't. And don't write in Taylor Swift because that's just throwing your vote away. But next Tuesday, the 12th, we are back and it is Dancing with the Stars' 500th episode.
Oh, God.
Yay.
How many of those 500 have you seen?
All of them. I actually rewatched the whole show a while back.
And how many episodes per season?
Correction. It's 499 because I've still never watched the finale from season 27. And I never will.
Oh, boy.
I found out that Bobby Bones won and I was just like, nope, not doing it. All right. So we are hitting the milestone. So the night will kick off with an opening number choreographed by Daniela and Pasha to Crazy in Love, which was the first dance ever on the show, that song. And yes, Matthew, the show premiered in 2005. So next year's the 20th anniversary season. Yeah. And also, Matthew, I will give you a cookie if you know the celebrity who did Crazy in Love on that first season. Adam, do you know?
I only started watching Bindi. Who was it?
I'm waiting for Matthew's answer because I'll give him a cookie. So there's going to be that. There's also going to be an instant dance challenge in the second round, which we don't have that much information on. But the first round couples dance, all the couples will be dancing to will be paying their tribute to past dances. It is not Trista Sutter. She was the first elimination. But the celebrity was Joey McIntyre from New Kids on the Block. He did Crazy in Love, the first dance.
Who was his partner?
Ashley Del Grosso, who was later Masterpiece partner. So Joey was her peak in season 1. They got third place. She met her husband that season, so that's a good thing. But also the judges never liked Joey. Anyway, so the past dances, which you're probably not going to remember, and I'm not going to compare them because that's...
Let's see.
All right, so I will start with, it's alphabetical. Danny and Whitney will perform a quick step to Hey, Pachuco, da, 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 da. And it's inspired by season 5, Not My Winner, Elio Castroneves and Julianne. Their quick step, which was the second best dance of that season behind Mel B's Paso. Mel B is my champion. She got second. Joey and Jenna will perform a contemporary to Work Song by Hosier, inspired by Riker and Allison from season 20. They didn't win either.
Okay, keep going.
They were my winners, but I like Rumor too. A double dose of non-winners. Dwight and Daniela will perform an Argentine tango to Santa Maria, inspired by James and Sharna from season 23.
Okay.
Yeah, Matthew, you have a point, because they've done this like pay tribute to past dances week, and Hey Pachuco is always on there because Elio's quick step was so iconic. Like Sean Johnson did it, they won. I think Niall DeMarco did it too. So if Danny wins, that'll be at least the fourth winner. Anyway, Chandler and Brandon will perform an Argentine tango to Parate, inspired by season 16 winner Kelly Pickler. My girl. If only they did Beneath You're Beautiful, because have you seen their freestyle? Gorgeous. Go watch it. Ilona and Alan will perform a quick step to Chuck Berry by Pharrell, inspired by Jordan Fisher and Lindsay.
Yeah.
The season 25 winner. I know, not yours.
No,
you're wrong.
Winner.
And Stephen and Riley will perform a Viennese waltz to Glimpse of Us by Joji, inspired by Charlie D'Amelio.
And
Mark.
Best pro on the show. Was on the show.
A lot of people have been lobbying. I know we actually kind of skipped dedication week. He was a great guest judge, and a lot of people are lobbying that he should be a permanent judge. I don't know where you stand on that.
Yeah, get him.
I think if they're going to do a panel of past, I think at this point, if Carrie Ann and Bruno leave the show because they're the originals, they should replace them with former pros. And I think that's the direction they're going to go, because, I mean, Julianne was a permanent judge. Derek is a permanent judge now, and they're both past pros on the show. Val judged the junior season. Sharna did the show in Australia, which is her home country. And I actually do think that Derek being a permanent on Dancing with the Stars and doing so well with it was actually part of the reason that American Idol went with Carrie Underwood as their permanent judge. It's a homecoming. And don't we just love it when these alumni remember the shows that made them and acknowledge the reason for their success? Some winners don't do that.
Grace is snark for days, but anything else from this episode or the week ahead? Otherwise, I guess we can cut it here.
That is... Matthew, you don't even know who I'm talking about. I'm kind of curious about the Instant Dance Challenge, because they don't really have that much information on it, and they were just kind of hyping it up as this big thing, and I kind of want to see it. But yeah, 500 episodes. That's a little crazy. And next year it'll be 20 years. Help us all. And I actually started watching American Idol in 2005, so...
Oh, God.
That makes me feel so old. I've been watching these shows for 20 years.
We're old folks, Grace.
Or at least close to it.
Well, anyway, I'm Adam Samuel. It's nice talking to you.
Enjoy your
Where
week
can we
off.
find you,
See you in 2 weeks. You can find me on Twitter. I voted by mail, so please don't keep coming after me.
Who's coming after you?
Everyone. I'm an independent millennial.
Well, there you go. Yes, vote. Do your thing, and
Don't vote for Taylor
weeks.
Swift. That's throwing your vote away.
Next time, maybe someday. All right. On that note, bye.